Breathe in. Modani lefanecha, modani, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha, modani lefanecha.
The future of congregational life in the next, 50 years really hinges on the growing health and the growing dynamism of small congregations. They don't have to be big. They don't have to stay open forever. They can close. But while they are at prayer, they are doing work that nobody else is going to do, because they're going to make a difference. They're going to change the world.
I think there's a beginning understanding that something's happening. We may not know what's coming next, but something drastically different is coming.
We were clear in the beginning. The language we used was that we were looking for a location where we could found an intentionally multi-faith community committed to the study and practice of nonviolence. That was the language that we used from the very beginning. That language has changed and shifted over time. Its essence remains the same. Now, I think we would play with the words a little bit and say that this is a community committed to the practice of hospitality and justice and peace and earth care. And nonviolence is interwoven throughout all of that practice. And we gather, we look for ways to lift up the food as a center part of our experience together.
When your needs are met, when your physical needs are met, you can more fully be with people, I think. And I think that facilitates relationship. Another beautiful thing about breaking bread is that bread comes out of a cultural context, right? Or social location or family history. That bread is probably from a family recipe. So you're sharing a bit of what has shaped you in the breaking of bread.
In the same way, I took the cup, saying this cup is the new covenant. And ever since then, this has been the unifying factor for all Christians. I don't think there's any part of Christian worship that is more common and has been more prominent in all the different branches and directions that Christianity went in than this simple meal. And I want to suggest something. I'm going to have you all pass this around and serve one another. You pass the bread first, just take a chunk off the bread, or there's rice crackers here to avoid gluten, and just dip it in the jar. And as you serve your neighbor, if you would quietly say one thing that you recognize in your neighbor about Christ or God. One way in which you recognize God or Christ in your neighbor.
أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله اللهم قسمت عليك توكلت على رزقك أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. Lord, please accept the fast of all those who fasted today for your sake. Bless us in it and bless all those who keep company with those who fast. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Amen. That those who don't know, it's traditional to break with the date.
And what I believe is going to happen over the next 10 years, if we're smart, we're going to do it in 10 years and not wait until the last minute and do it in 20 when we're at death's door. But over the next 10 or 15 years, we're going to have to systematically deconstruct the corporate culture and institutional structure of the church and create space for something new to emerge.
All the values we need and all the history and all the examples we need to face what we're facing today are there. But we just need to claim them, and we need to be a bridge so that others can claim them too. Not in a religious institution way, but in a live of the Spirit of God way.
So.